Hey everybody, Mr. MKL here, and today we're taking a look at the big update from Fantasy Strike. So a new giant patch dropped just recently, and these are some matches from that patch, and I managed to get a hold of the Rook Hugger online, also known as Shabs. He's a really excellent player, one of the top players in the game, and he's playing Onimaru here, and I'm playing Jaina, as I tend to, and we're going to take a look at the first match that I have ever played against a real-life Onimaru. So start out feeling it out, and right off the bat, he's got this big slash that is obviously projectile invuln. Onimaru here, that's his B move, and he can actually, let me go back for a second here, that's his B move, and he can, like I said, obviously use it to go through projectiles, but he also goes into a stance afterwards and has a few follow-ups. He can do a forward dash, and then he can do a lunging strike, like a rushing strike, after that as well. He can also do a backdash. He can also go into another giant slash or a parry stance. So he has a lot of options out of it, so you really got to watch out. And it has such good range despite its slow startup. So managed to get a couple knockdowns. Oh, using the big armor on his ground C to get through and just slash me, taking the round there. And he starts up, this is his air super. It is two little robots that come through, boom, again. You can see that time. Uses his ground B to get through my charged arrow, and then goes right into a parry stance waiting for me to hit him. I fortunately delay long enough, but he's got his little robots backing him up. So you can see him there just slashing through and then holding that parry, getting the pop up into the air, and then grounding me with a back A. So solid combo. So standing back wasn't working for me, so now I start going in. But Rook Hugger bringing out this again. Okay, so you see here, he used his jump C, and Onimaru's jump C is an armored attack, and then it goes to the ground, and you can just leave it be, or you can press it again to follow up into this invincible uppercut. But I just super right on through it, and get past all of his little robots there. So I get a nice little setup. Of course, Rook Hugger blocks it, and then armors through my Dragon Punch. So using the B follow-up from the stance there, Rook Hugger gets this big slash and catches me dive kicking. Onimaru also has this guard crush mechanic, as you can see. So I block the forward A, he cancels into B, I block that, and we have this little armor symbol that appears above Jaina's head. So if I get hit by one more of his guard crush attacks, it's just going to break my guard, deal the damage, and knock me down. So I really am worried about that, and I try to jump back here. He dashes forward, and I'm like, okay, I'll dive kick to land. But no, the big slash comes out, and Rook Hugger takes another round, going up 3-0. So I'm starting to think at this point that this is a serious problem for Jaina if I try to stick back. So I just rush right on in. Gotta watch out for the armored moves. Rook Hugger using these stances to get in really well. And again, I'm worried about this guard crush mechanic, so I block the back A, and I hope that I'm able to jump away. But it cancels into the stand B and manages to catch me jumping back. So, going into the next set, let's see how I adjust here. Alright, using the forward A, get a nice little 3 damage combo. Oh, trading with the arrow, gets the knockdown. That's actually okay for me, at least there. But boom, big B, and look at how long you can hold that parry for. It's crazy. I thought it was going to drop out, but you can hold it for longer than that even. And gets the parry into back A for the round there. Okay, Dragon Punch right on through his super, the big damaging super. Finally managing to get some mileage out of these arrows. Sticking at mid-range here, and I'm just worried about the B. I'm looking for it. Okay, armor through, catches me pushing a button, gets a counter hit. Look at this, guard crush up. Oh, look at that. So the B follow-up from the stance, this blue slash, actually destroys. Those little skulls that come out, I think they are. Yeah, the little Shogun heads. They actually destroyed my projectile there. Oh, trying to push a button again. Counter hit. Big 3 damage counter hit off of the jump C. Really got to watch when you're pushing buttons against Oni. He's slow. All of his moves are slow. Except for that, basically. Oh! Look at this. That's another thing. This parry stance also parries projectiles. So I thought I was free. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get the free hit. I'm just going to walk in. Beautiful. Nope. 2 damage. Rook Hugger using the jump A, the little pogo there, to get in. It's actually fairly quick and gives you some nice travel distance. Okay, get my knockdown. A lot of moves, I believe most moves, most command grabs that is, in Fantasy Strike, are throw invulnerable. But as we see here, Onimaru throws out, you see that little flash of blue? He threw out an armor move, but I managed to throw him out of his startup. So that's worth noting. If he's vulnerable to throws when he uses armor moves or invincible moves, which I believe is the case as well, then this is a super strong option to use against him, right? Because he has the really slow startup. It gives you, throws are really fast, so it gives you this opportunity to land them. So Rook Hugger gets the knockdown here, and pressure, dash forward. Gets all that guard crush pressure, scares me into pressing a button. I get counter hit, which gives him another knockdown into another forward moving options off of his stance. And then I panic DP and he gets a throw for the kill. This is the dangerous thing. It seems that Onimaru is a little bit weak to rush down himself, but if he applies this kind of pressure, he's going to do some damage. That's it for now, folks. Those are the first times I've played against the 2 new characters in this big update for Fantasy Strike. And hopefully you'll check it out. There's a lot of great players in the scene, and there's events going on all the time. So check out Fantasy Strike, check out the big update, see what these new characters can do, and come join us. I'll catch y'all later. Cheers.